We are now joined on the line by our reporter, Molemo Waone Mothoa, who has arrived at the scene of the crime on the N4 east of Pretoria. Good evening, Molemo. What's the latest update from this crime scene as you are there?
Good evening. What I can tell you now is that the scene here, we have there are police, members of SABC, members of Waone Metro, as well as forensic officials. And we actually arrived here at the scene more than an hour ago. And unfortunately, we've been barred from getting closer to where the Fidelity vehicle was attacked. And because we were told that forensic officials are still, trying to comb for clues in the area, and as well as to check as to whether there are still some explosives which hadn't gone off. Because as it is, the scene has been declared safe, but then one of the police officials whom we spoke to when we got to the scene says they really need to make it a point as to whether the scene is completely safe. And earlier on, as I spoke to Captain Masondo as well, confirming that there's been a heist in Pretoria. That's just after the Rossouw off-ramp on the N4 to Witbank. The information is that there were 3 German vehicles. The robbers actually made off with an undisclosed amount of money in those 3 vehicles, and they were seen driving off on the N4 towards the Witbank direction. But up to so far, we haven't got any information as to whether there's been any arrest or not.
Now, Molemo, there was a traffic jam in both directions on the N4. Has this been cleared up?
There was actually a traffic jam, and especially as one was driving from the direction of the Pretoria, the CBD, going along the N4 towards the Rossouw off-ramp. And but as it is now, I can't tell you as to what the situation is right now, because we had to use another route to get to where this incident happened. And as it is right now, what I can tell you is that the N4, that's from Witbank direction going into Pretoria, traffic is allowed now, and it's flowing. But I cannot confirm as to what is happening on the other side.
Now, Molemo, just very quickly, have you managed to speak to Captain Masondo, also bearing in mind the fact that there was another cash-in-transit heist in the East Rand that took place, and, reaction time from the police? How quick were they to respond to this particular cash-in-transit heist? And with regards to their plan of action going forward, forensic on the scene, what exactly is the situation? I know you mentioned earlier the fact that you have been barred from getting too close to the scene, but what exactly is the situation going forward?
The situation going forward, what I can tell you is that we actually just have to wait for the police to search for all the clues that, might help them in terms of making arrests. As to exactly what's going to happen now, I really cannot tell. But then we actually still are waiting to talk to one of the police officials from the Hawks to hear as to what's going to be the action plan going forward.
All right, Molemo, thank you so much for joining us. That is a developing story, and thank you for that update. That was our reporter, Molemo Waone Mothoa, who is on the scene of a cash and transit heist that took place earlier this evening in Pretoria on the N4 East. We will be getting developments as the story develops as the evening continues.